You open your eyes. The Nobel Prize medal gleams on the table. You did it. The unified theory of everything, scribbled on a napkin just last night. The call from Stockholm, the cheering crowds, it all feels so real. But then, a flicker. A tiny, cold question that slithers into your mind. Did it really happen? The idea of the brain as a simulator isn't new. It's the engine of consciousness, running a constant predictive model of the world based on sensory data. But what if we took off the safety limits? What if your brain wasn't just predicting reality, but could perfectly, flawlessly generate it? What if your mind became the ultimate sandbox, but you forgot where the exit was? At first, it's a superpower. You don't need a VR headset. You just think. You want to fly over a neon-drenched cyberpunk city? Done. The wind feels real. The acid rain tastes real. You want to have a conversation with Marcus Aurelius about the nature of suffering? He's right here. His arguments are flawless. His insights profound. You simulate winning the lottery. You feel the rush, the joy, the disbelief. You simulate falling in love, and the connection is deeper and more perfect than anything you've ever known. It's intoxicating. You are a god, and your mind is your own private universe. But then you go to meet a friend for coffee. You listen to them talk about their day, and the cold feeling returns. Is this really your friend? Or is this your brain's impossibly perfect simulation of your friend? They say exactly what you'd expect. They are the most them they have ever been. And that's what makes it terrifying. The line between memory and creation starts to blur. Every conversation, every interaction is now suspect. You are losing the one thing you can't simulate: trust. Act 2. The price of perfection. You decide to run a test, a Turing test on your own reality. You need a baseline, a control group. You focus on the laws of physics. They have to be constant, right? You simulate a simple apple falling from a tree. It accelerates at 9.8 meters per second squared. Perfect. You simulate the complex dance of galaxies, the cosmic microwave background radiation. It's all there. Your brain isn't just a storyteller, it's a physics engine of impossible power. But where does that power come from? A perfect simulation isn't cheap. According to Landauer's principle, every irreversible computation, every bit of information processed and erased generates a tiny amount of heat. Your brain is performing trillions upon trillions of calculations per second to render a single moment of perfect reality. And it begins to pay the price. You start running a low-grade fever that never breaks. Headaches become a constant, throbbing companion. Your body starts to wither, your metabolism redirecting every last calorie to the ravenous supercomputer in your skull. You are being consumed by your own mind. The simulation starts to glitch. Not like in a movie, it's more subtle. You see a coffee cup on the table. You blink, and for a nanosecond, the texture flickers. A low-resolution JPEG of a coffee cup. You hear a bird singing outside, but the song loops, just for a second. The background characters in your life, the mailman, the barista, they start repeating gestures. They are NPCs, and their programming is starting to show. You try to shock yourself out of it. You jump in front of a bus, but instead of pain, you just experience a perfect, high-fidelity simulation of pain, followed by a seamless reboot. You wake up in your bed. No harm done. Because nothing is real enough to truly harm you. Your prison isn't just in your mind, it's your mind itself. Act 3. The simulation of silence. There is only one escape. You have to find something the simulation can't replicate. Randomness. True quantum-level chaos. You focus all your remaining energy on a single thought, a Geiger counter. a real one measuring the decay of a real radioactive isotope, an event that is, by its very nature, unpredictable. You picture it in your mind, you hear the clicks. One, another, then a third. But you realize the horror instantly. The clicks aren't random. They are pseudo-random, generated by an algorithm in your mind that is so complex it feels real. But it isn't. Your brain is just too good. It can fake anything, even God playing dice. You are now in solitary confinement. Every person you meet is a phantom. Every triumph is a lie. Every memory is a potential forgery. You are the author of everything, and therefore the hero of nothing. So you try the final desperate gambit. You try to simulate nothing. Absolute sensory deprivation, a silent, black, empty void. You try to force your brain to stop rendering reality, to just stop. But the silence is perfectly simulated. The darkness is a perfectly rendered black. The void itself is just another level in the game. You can't shut it down. You are a ghost trapped inside a machine that has forgotten how to turn off. The ultimate irony is this. Your quest for a perfect, controllable reality has led you to the most inescapable prison imaginable. A universe with a population of 1. You have become the lonely god of an empty kingdom, and you can't even be sure if the thoughts you're thinking are your own.